Hello everyone and welcome to Season 6 of the Ottawa Senators franchise mode NHL 21. So we're looking for our second Stanley Cup. We won a cup in year number 2. Unfortunately, we have not won the cup since, so we're looking for a second cup here in year number 6. Going to go through the team. So we still have the first line, been the first line for a few years now. 92, 90, and 90 for the overalls with the +3 chemistry. So we have Corey Grant playing like a 95, Shutla and Tkachuk playing like 93. And then we have on the second line, we have Colin White along with Jaden Schwartz and JVR. On third line, we have Josh Norris, Alex Formenton, and Connor Brown. Fourth line, we have Lance Okposo, Oli Malmivara, and Jack Kopaka. So these two guys were in the AHL. 22 years old, 79 overall, medium top 6. And Okposo is a low elite potential, 79 overall at 20 years old. We had him in the first round in 2023. Hopefully those two players can grow. Then we have Shabbat Brandstrom. Brandstrom finally went up an overall to an 85 from an 84. Chikrin and Butcher, they have a +3, so playing like an 86 and 88, which is great. Then we have Honka and Pareko, the bottom pairing. And in goal, we do have Philip Gustafsson and Hugo Alnefeld. Now, Gustafsson may be the best contract for a goaltender. 84 overall starting goaltender, making $1.775. Not even $2 million for 2 years. So hopefully he can work out for us. We no longer have Shesterkin. Now, in looking at special teams, they're +1 in both units, so it is pretty good there. Basically, the first line and the first defensive pairing on the first unit. Taking a look now at the 4-man. No chemistry boost on the 4-man or penalty kill, unfortunately. And then the 3-man penalty kill is not very good. It gets better in the AHL. So looking in the NHL, the main pieces I want to look at is Riley Greig. He's only 23 years old, 79 overall. Maybe could grow to an 80, potentially be in our fourth line in the future. Then we have Clint DeVoe, 77 overall at 22. He was actually a 5th round pick there, low top 6. Hopefully he can grow. The rest are basically around 80 overall. So you have a very strong AHL team, as you guys can see. Defense, the top 4 are all pretty good potential. Either low top 4, potential medium top 4. They're all around 20, 22 years old, mid to high 70s. So hopefully that works out. In goal, we have Tucker Tynan and Jacob Artukin. Artukin is 22 years old, medium starter potential. Medium starter potential 23 for Tucker Tynan. Hopefully they can grow well. And now looking at special teams, the power play isn't great. But what I want to show you guys is the penalty kill. +5 in the first unit, +3 in the second unit. Hopefully they don't give up many power play goals. +1 in the 3-man penalty kill for the first unit, which is fantastic. Now looking at the Stanley Cup, so the Toronto Maple Leafs did win the Cup last year. We actually lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champs. Tampa won it 2 years in a row. We won it in year number 2. Edmonton in year number 1. So going to go into the season, hopefully get ourselves another Stanley Cup. I was planning to make it a 10-year series. This is year number 6. I'm probably going to go either up to year number 10 or to our next Stanley Cup, whichever comes first. So if we can win a Stanley Cup in this year, might be the last episode, but hopefully we can win one more at least before the year number 10. We beat the Montreal Canadiens 10-2. Wow, so we're 6-0-1 in the preseason. Corey Grant already 11 points in 7 games played. We had some hardware last year. I'm going to show you guys as well in case you missed last episode when I went through the awards. Art Ross went to Corey Grant as well as the Maurice Richard Trophy. Shabbat got the Norris. So we got a lot of individual hardware. Unfortunately for us, not the big one that counts. No Stanley Cup. So again, hopefully we can win one more before a year number 10. We have 5 more years to go, so we're actually at the halfway mark. Let's jump into the season and simulate up to the trade deadline, see how the team is doing. Now, the St. Louis Blues offered us Klim Kostin and Tony DeAngelo for a prospect and a first. I'm going to try to edit that trade around because Klim Kostin is definitely an interesting piece we could add to our team. We're just before the trade deadline. He has 40 points in 62 games and he's a power forward. It looks like it would fit perfectly on line number 3. So I'm going to try to give them away Jacob Kopaka, who is right now actually on line number 4. He only has 15 points right now. Two-way forward, and his contract ends this year. Is definitely going to not grow anymore. Throwing in McLean, who's a 61 overall, 19-year-old prospect out of the United States. And a first-round pick for next season. I think Klim Kostin could be a great addition to our team. We could probably play Formentum or Brown on the 4th line. Move up Klim Kostin to be on our 3rd line, or potentially even our 2nd line, depending on the chemistry. He's only on a $2.765 million deal, so it's a great cap hit. Let's see if the Blues going to say yes. Trade is accepted. All right, so thank you, St. Louis, Klim Kostin. Welcome to Ottawa. Now, I think I'm going to go with this. Unfortunately for JVR, he's pushed down to the 4th line. But if I put Klim Kostin on the 2nd line, it actually gets a +1. And given that he's a power forward, I think that would be really nice. Corey Grant went up to a 93, so it's now a 96 overall with a chemistry. 37 goals already in 61 games, 65 points. Last year had 55 goals, 110. Looking like he's going to have another fantastic season there. Tim Schuster, 64 points, 20 goals. Tkachuk has 60 points. So all of them are basically a point per game or more. Tkachuk 1 point shy. So you have White, Schwartz, and Kostin are going to be playing together. Hopefully that works out well. So I noticed Klim Kostin has a fantastic shot. So I am going to actually play him on the power play. As you guys can see here, he has 88 accuracy, 89, and then 92 power in a wrist shot and slap shot. So I'm definitely going to put him on the power play. Do I want to replace him? Van Riesek has a 6 shot as well. Let's see, White, not as good. So I'm going to replace Colin White with Klim Kostin with JVR. And yeah, hopefully that works out well with our power play. Let's see how it goes. All right, so we're going to go into the trade deadline. We are 31, 25, and 6. We already made a decently big trade acquiring Klim Kostin from the Blues. So I'm not sure if we'll do anything else. Let's just see what is available here. Now, we'll try to make another big move, this time with the Dallas Stars. Trading away Colin White. I'm going to try to get Vinny Hinostroza. Very interesting player. He has 51 points, 40 assists, so he's a great playmaker. Right wing / center, so he could be a 2nd line center for us, replacing Colin White, who is 86 overall. The reason behind this, White only has 23 points, 29 years old, so he's probably going to go down rating. And he's on a 4-year, $6.15 million deal. So that could definitely go south for us. When I trade him before he loses too much value, trading away a 3rd for the value. And it shows again in a very good contract, 3.3 for 1 year. And he has fantastic stats. Look at his deking and hand eye, his fantastic hands, 92 speed, 85 poise. Pretty good shot, good all around. And he's, again, only 31, so not too old. Could still be with our team for a few years. Looks like fit perfectly on 4 line 1. He would probably be on line 2. Let's see what Dallas says. Trade rejected. Text tie asset not on team. Well, that is a code I have never seen, and I don't know if I want to see that again. What does that mean? Oh, wow. So they traded Hinostroza as right before I was going to trade for him. Oh my goodness, man, that sucks. Well, I guess we're not getting Hinostroza. That was the one trade I wanted to make, and boom, he's gone. Dallas traded him just as we were trading for him because I seen the alert at the bottom. That's the first time it's happened to me. Wow. All right, so maybe I had to look if we can find another playmaker. Now, I am looking at Isaac Lundstrom out of the Anaheim Ducks as an option. 28 points. He's a center playmaker. Pretty good stats all around, and he would fit perfectly on line number 2. $4 million for 3 years, so definitely a lower cap hit. We saved $2 million, and it's for 1 year less. So I think that would be actually a perfect trade, 1-for-1. Let's see if the Ducks say yes. Colin White for Isaac Lundstrom. Trade is rejected. All right, so might have to add in another piece. Let's see if we're going to take Korolev here, a prospect. He's 18 years old, and there is another trade offer. Josh Bailey and Andreas Janssen. I'm going to take a look at that. That's something that's a bit annoying. You go to make a trade with the computer, and all of a sudden they give you a counter offer. Johnson and Bailey, Justin Bailey. I'm going to say no to that trade. Okay, so I'm going to try to make a trade with the Buffalo Sabres with Colin White. Again, 25% retained in the third for Francesco Pinelli. 85 overall at 22, medium top 6. He would fit perfectly in our second line. Not great accuracy, but 97 shot power. I know the accuracy could probably go up with rating. Pretty good hands, a decent shot, very, very good defensively. So he'd be a perfect fit for us. He's a playmaker. Let's see if Buffalo says yes to that trade. Trade is rejected. Might have to add in a bit more. I'm going to try and make it a second instead of a third. So a second in Colin White with 25% retained. So we're only retaining 1.5 for the next for another 3 years after this, which is not horrible. Let's see if that trade's going to go through. Trade is rejected once again. Oh, wow. I really want Pinelli. I wonder if they'll take a goaltender, maybe. Let's see what I can do. All right, so I'm going to try and make it blockbuster. I'm trying to get Alex Turcotte from the LA Kings. 86 overall, 25, medium elite. He's a playmaker. As guys can see, fantastic stats all around. Fits perfectly on line number 1. I'm sure it would work on line number 2. It's only making $2 million. Definitely will want a new contract next year. Let's see if White in the second gets it done. Trade's rejected. All right. I don't want to give a first. Maybe if I give them a couple of seconds instead. So a second for this year, not next year. Maybe a second for this year and a second in 2028. Let's see if that goes through. Trade is still rejected. So unfortunately, I was not able to make a trade. Now, one big thing is every time I would get ready to make a trade, I would get a counter offer from the computer. So I had to decline. I had to find a team again, find all of the players and picks, and redo the trade. And I lost so much time that at the end, I ran out of time to make any trade. I really wish that's fixed for next year. If the computer is going to make you an offer, if you decline, you should be able to go right back to the page where you were and still have the trade there instead of having to remake it again. But at the end of the day, it's not too bad. I wanted to get a playmaker here. Maybe Colin White can trade him the offseason or at the draft. We'll see. Klim Kostin there is their only trade of the trade deadline, giving that line a +1. Let's take a quick look on the computer trade, see what went on in the trade deadline. Andre Palat actually goes to the Washington Capitals for Carlo, and I think a prospect. Beauvillier goes to the Montreal Canadiens. Gurianov goes back to Dallas from Detroit. All right, so it's always cool to see players go back to your original teams. Dougie Hamilton goes to the Devils, and Vinny Hinostroza, who we were trying to get. So the Devils are definitely loading up. Slavin goes to the Kings from the Blues. Barbashev, speaking of the Blues, he's with the Blues in real life, goes to the Oilers. Evan Bouchard goes to the Flames. It's not often to see. It's funny to see the Flames and Oilers make a trade. And then Klim Kostin, that's our trade from the Blues. So let's finish off the year and hopefully get ourselves a playoff run. We won 12 games in a row from March 13th to April 5th. So a dozen games in a row. And we still only finished third in the division, given the two teams in front of us were so strong. Lightning with 119 points. They actually won the President's Trophy. We finished with 99. Stutzla with 96 points, just under 100, finishes with 31 goals. 54 goals for Corey Grant, 93 points. 20 goals for Brady Tkachuk, 63 assists, 83 points. Shabbat, 67. Klim Kostin, 5th in team scoring. And since joining our team, 50 points in 21 games played, 6 goals. Very happy for that. Gave some good chemistry. Norris did well. Van Riemsdyk is down to an 81 overall. So, unfortunately, on a $3.6 million deal, we're definitely going to have to trade him at the draft or at the offseason, clear that cap space, and bring up that kid from Europe we're looking at earlier. So let's look at the rest of the team. 28 points for Brasham there. Mommy Var and Opozo, 17 and 16 respectively. Opozo went up to an 80 overall, which is good. Parenko, not good at all. Only 9 points. But again, +3, so get the puck out of the net. But not good production in terms of goals. But it's all right. As long as he keeps the puck out of the net, that's what I want to see. AHL, 40 goals, 63 points for Deveau, which was our prospect. 22 years old, 77 overall, which is good to see. I'm going to take a quick look at goaltending there. So definitely not bad. Pretty above average, but I was expecting a bit more. I'm going to see how good Belleville Senators did. 42, 25, and 6. So actually pretty good there. So take a look now at our goaltending situation. We'll take a look how good Gustafson and Alnefeld did. So for goaltenders, 36, 18, and 4, 3 shutouts, and 904 save percentage, and a 283 goals against. Even better numbers for Alnefeld, even though it was just over 500. That's good to see. And I want to take a look at the entire NHL in scoring. So Sagan, 107 points, 50 goals. 59 goals for Gogolev. Probably going to have the Maurice Richard. Crosby at 38 years old, putting up 99 points. He has 1,823 points, 715 goals. What a career for Sidney Crosby. And of course, he was only one season under a point per game. I think that would be like in his entire career, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really curious. I want to see that because I know they mentioned that in real life. I think it was like 16 years in a row over a point per game. And yes, that was actually the only time Sidney Crosby was under a point per game in his career. In 2022-2023, he was 6 points shy. What a career for Sid. And then got point. Lining with 98. Gogolev, Stutzla there. 6th in league scoring, which is fantastic to see. Corey Grant not far behind. Grant was 2nd in goals. Vladimir Gogolev, 95 overall. Look at that shot. All 99. Oh my goodness, he was, let's see when the draft. Yeah, first overall in 2022, 99 shot. Patrick Kane at 37, still had 45 goals. Evander Kane with 50, that's something I didn't expect to see. Defenseman, Vyacheslav Semyonov, 78 points. Liljegren, 71. EK, 65, still good at 35 with 67 points there. Shabbat tied with Erik Karlsson. All right, so take a look now at goaltenders. Vasilevsky, 49 wins. What a year for him. Fantastic numbers. He's probably going to win the Vezina. In terms of rookies, 54 points for Lorenzo Fur with the Penguins. Looks like Ryan Suzuki finally played at 24 as a rookie. Then rookie goaltenders, see if there's any that stand out. Stevenson, pretty solid for New York Islanders. All right, so let's take a look who we're facing in the playoff. I think it's going to be the Buffalo Sabres there. So we're 2nd and 3rd, respectively, in the Atlantic. So they have 52 wins. Pretty solid team. I really hope we can go at least past round number 1. Hall, Eichel, and Reinhart. There you go. So they got pretty much the same first line as in real life. Cousins, Pinelli, who were trying to get in the trade team, were Cal Middlestad, Heinen, Bellows, Thompson, Frederick, Zaka, Shaw. Dahlin, Ristolainen still the top pair. Downey, Yoki, Haru, Ferraro, and Nerwa. And then Ukko, Pekka, Likanen, 87 overall. It's going to be a tough matchup, I'm not going to lie. Definitely going straight into a top team in round number 1. Going to simulate the first couple of games. 6-1 win, then 2-0 win. And a 5-2 win. We've got the Sabres on the brink of elimination. Come on, can we sweep them at home ice? 4-1 loss. All right, so we got to get them here in game number 5. OT loss and an OT win. Okay, so we win in 6 games with a 3-2 OT win. I was getting scared there. Josh Norris, 6 points in 6 games so far, leading the team. And the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we face off against the President's Trophy winners in round number 2. If we can get past Lightning, we do have a good chance to go far. Evander Kane, who had 50 goals. Point, Kucherov, Vrana, Sorelli, then Stamkos is still there, 84. Kessel, 83 overall with Stunica and Kachuk. Roy, Martinook, and Radish on the 4th line. Sergachev, Pionk, Larson, Foot, Pedersen, Kukin. Sergachev, still good, 88 overall. Vasilevsky, 90 overall in net. Yikes, that's going to be difficult. We need our top guys to step up. We need Stutzla, Grant, Tkachuk, Brandstrom, Shabbat. We need Klim Kostin to have an impact. And it's only 2 games at a time here. 3-2 win and a 6-1 win. We outscored the Lightning 9-3 in the first 2 games. That's huge on their home ice as well. Game number 3 in Ottawa. 6-5 OT win. Let's go. We got game number 4 with a chance to sweep the Lightning. And there you go. We sweep the President's Trophy winners. That is incredible. Wow. So we beat the first place team and the third place team in round number 1 and round number 2. That's huge. 5-4 OT win. Josh Norris having the playoffs of his life. 12 points in 10 games. Over a point per game. Now we got the Toronto Maple Leafs, our arch rivals who knocked us out a few times in the playoffs so far. Is this the year where we finally get our revenge against our cross-province rivals? Nylander, Matthews, Marner, they're stacked up front. Russ, Tavares, Zucker. I mean, after that top line, it goes down quite a bit. Hoffman, Dano, Hornquist, Leash Robertson, and Eric Stahl. Looks like they just took players from a bunch of different teams. You got a couple of former Penguins, Zucker, Russ, Hornquist, Stahl, and Dano, of course, Montreal Canadiens. And then defense, Riley and Liljegren, Sandin, Dermott, Lindell, and Demers. And then in goal, Lankinen, only an 82 overall, and Sogar 78. So we definitely have the edge in depth and the edge in goaltending. Eric Stahl is 41 years old, 76 overall, playing on the fourth line. That's crazy. All right, so facing off against the Toronto Maple Leafs, we finally have home ice for the first time in these playoffs. Going to simulate the first couple of games here. 3-1 win and a 7-5 loss. All right, so it's tied up at 1. 5-2 win and a 3-2 win. So we're going up against the Toronto Maple Leafs here in game number 5. I'm going to solo sim this one because a win gives us a ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals. After 1-0. Tim Stützle, Timmy Superstar with a power play goal on Lankinen. Period number 2, it is 2-0. There you go. Corey Grant. I called him out earlier in the playoffs. I said the top guys need to step up. And speaking of top guys, Morgan Rielly, the least one of the top defensemen of that team with a power play goal, and then Patrick Hornquist on Gustafsson. The Leafs tie it up in the third. Then we kill off their power play. Only 6 minutes ago, and Austin Matthews. Boys, stop taking penalties. Come on. Oh, that sucks. All right, so we got to take a deep breath. Take it one game at a time, one period at a time. We're going into game number 6 now with a 3-2 series lead. Again, a chance to win this series here on Toronto ice. Period number 1, 3-2. Wow, so we're starting off leading 2-0. Grand JVR. Then Nylander, Hoffman, Tavares. After 2, 3-3, we tied. Tim Stützle once again. Come on, boys, get 1 goal. It's all we need. 1 goal and then shut the door. And we're off to the Stanley Cup Finals. Power play, come on, get a power play goal. We cannot. Another power play. We can't even capitalize on 2 straight power plays. Come on, boys. Only 5 minutes to go. Is this going to go into overtime? Yes, it is. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and solo sim this one. I don't want to take too much of the time into just simulating an overtime. And we win in overtime. Thomas Chabot, short-handed goal. Let's go. The Ottawa Senators are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Captain Thomas Chabot with an overtime short-handed goal against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the Ottawa Senators and the Winnipeg Jets is going to be a Canadian Stanley Cup Final. You'll love to see it. Now, I believe in real life, the last Canadian Stanley Cup matchup would have been in '89, the Calgary Flames and the Montreal Canadiens. So, almost 40 years later, we have another Stanley Cup championship with all Canadian matchups. Going to take a look at the Winnipeg Jets' lines, see what we're dealing with. Vesalainen, Cole Perfetti, Nikolai Ehlers, Fisher, Brown, Connor. So a lot of changes. No longer have Wheeler, of course. Scheifele's gone. Couturier, 89 overall on the third line. Cherney, Labanc, Kazin, Nikkanen, Almeida. All right. And defense, Morrissey, Drew Doughty at 36. Adam Larson, McCabe, Heinola, and Petrov. And in goal, do they still have Hellebuck? No. Jari, 84 overall. Stortini, 68 overall. All right, so we're going to simulate here, one game at a time. It is the Stanley Cup Finals. Going to slow sim each game. Here we go. Period number 1, 2-0. Brady Tkachuk and Lance Okposo. There you go. They want the second Stanley Cup for the Ottawa Senators. Period number 2, 2-1. Christian Fisher for them after 3. Can we hold on? We do. 2-1 win. Gustafsson was big in net, standing on his head for us and allowing us to get that big game number 1 win under our belts. So they actually have home ice advantage. Well, hopefully we can take the 2 games in Winnipeg. They have the white out going in the crowd. It's cold. and Corey Grant, and then Colin White, back-to-back goals. I was trying to trade Colin White at the deadline, and he says, I got you back. I'm still going to be with this team. I'm going to produce. And then Josh Norris, 3-0 quickly on Tristan Jarry. 3 goals in a span of less than 10 minutes. And it's a 3-0 lead after the first, after 2. 5-1. Corey Grant and Alex Formenton. Ehlers gets 1 for them on Gustafsson. And after 3, it is a convincing 5-1 win with 37 shots. We're halfway there, guys. 2 wins down, 2 wins to go. We got a chance to sweep on home ice if we win the next 2 games. After 1, 0-0. After 2, 1-1 Tierney, and then Corey Grant. He's been on fire for us. 93 overall, playing like a 96 with a chemistry with Stützle and Tkachuk. That first line is on fire. Look at his shots. Now shooting us 36-18, twice as many shots. Gustafsson is standing on his head here in game number 3 in front of the home crowd in Ottawa. And we're going to overtime. I'm just going to go ahead and slow sim it. If I go in the game, it risks to take too long. It might be a longer episode as it is right now going into the finals. But 47 shots, 48. Man, if we win, Gustafsson deserves all 3 stars. Almost at the end of the first overtime, nobody's scoring. 53 shots. Philip Gustafsson has 52 saves going into OT number 2. Oh man, this is crazy. They've outshooting us by over twice, and there it is. Cole Perfetti. I mean, what do you expect? Philip Gustafsson made 56 saves. Only 1 goal on Tristan Jarry. I mean, that's crazy. That boys, you gotta wake up. You can't give away 50-plus shots and expect to win a game. Win it for Gustafsson. Let's win game number 4 on our home ice in our home barn in Ottawa. Capital of Canada. Let's show what we're made of. Period number 1. 2-0. Alex Formenton and Will Butcher. There you go. That's what you want to see after 2. And they tie. Kyle Connor and Ville Heinola on Philip Gustafsson. Come on, boys. At least the shots are a bit more even. And then Cole Perfetti again. Oh, man. Perfetti's becoming our thorn in our side. We got a power play. Come on, boys. Tie it up. No. All right, 10 minutes to go. Here we're down by 1, 3-2. 5 minutes. Come on, guys. Let's not get Winnipeg back in this series. And 40 seconds, and that's all she wrote for game number 4. And ladies and gentlemen, it is a brand new series. We win the first 2. We choke after those games, and we're tied 2-2. 2 games in Winnipeg, 1 in Ottawa to go. Here we go. Period number 1. 2-0. I mean, we keep getting these early leads and just choking those leads. Period number 2. All right. We don't give up. We don't give up 2 goals in a second. That's a good sign. We had 2-0 lead here going into the 3rd period. Come on, get an insurance marker here. 10 minutes to go. There it is. Eric Brandstrom. I asked for an insurance marker. He answers the call on the power play. And then Zach Kazhin gets the goal for them. And when Kyle Connor, all right, don't choke, guys. Only 4 minutes to go. Come on. 2-1. There you go. Okay, so we're up in the series here. Oh, man, this is so close. Game number 6. Here we go. On home ice. 3-2 series lead. They're 14-9. We're 15-6. We got a chance to win our 2nd Stanley Cup on home ice. Here we go. Period number 1. 2-0 Winnipeg. Petrov and Ehlers. Oh no. Gonna simulate 2nd period. 2-2. We tie it. Let's go. Mommy Vara, the young guy on the 4th line. And JVR, a couple of goals from the 4th line. That is incredible. I mean, the depth scoring has just showed up. And then Connor Brown makes it a 3-2 game with only 10 minutes to go now. I'm going to simulate a few more minutes. You got a power play. Come on. Insurance marker. No, we can't get that insurance marker. And Josh Morrissey ties the game. You got to be kidding me. Only 44 seconds to go, guys. We got to go into the game. I don't care how long this is going to take. The Stanley Cup is on the line. Computer versus computer. This is a special game. I'm going back. I'm turning back the clock. I'm going to have them wear my favorite Ottawa Senator jerseys of all time. Ones that we had this designed for one of our junior hockey teams here. And there you go. The Ottawa Senators black alternate with the golden, red, and white stripes. I think it's a special occasion. You got to put that throwback on. Let's go. Game number 6. All right, game number 6. Only 45 seconds to go. Is it going to end here, or are we going to go into overtime? A big hit there along the board. We got our first line out on the ice, which is a good sign. We got Tkachuk there with the puck in the corner. Loses it to Perfetti, who gets absolutely demolished. I don't know if that was Thomas Chabot, but Perfetti just got sent in another dimension. Over in front, and a big stop by Jari there in the one-timer. He got the mascot right behind the net there. Corey Grant tied with Austin Matthews in goals. Could Corey Grant get the clinching goal and get the league lead alone first for goals in the playoffs? We'll see. Grant shoots at Tkachuk on the ice. Brandstrom over to Thomas Chabot. Oh, and it deflects right in the corner to Tim Stützle. He had a big overtime goal in the playoffs in the last Stanley Cup that we won. We got Tkachuk over in front. Stützle. Oh, and Tristan Jarry closes the door. Oh, man, this is insane. 9 seconds to go. Come on. We just need one shot. All we need. I don't want to go back to Winnipeg for game number 7. Come on. 8 seconds to go. Got to win the draw. We win. Chabot over Brandstrom. He misses the net. A good pass by Grant. Come on, Tkachuk. Throw it up front. No, they're just going to kill the clock. Pin him against the boards. And we are going into overtime in game number 6. That was actually Jacob Chychrun that threw that big hit up front. What a beast. Morrissey's cutting him up front, and a big stop there by Philip Gustafsson. There you go. Brandstrom up to Stützle, to Brady Tkachuk coming down the wing. Look at those beautiful jerseys. I wish they would have brought them back for a reverse retro. Oh, and that was the shot that just missed the top of the net. That was actually Chabot. Stützle in front. It gets blocked. Somebody diving in front of that shot. Oh, here's White coming down on a breakaway. Colin White, and a stop by Jari. He had a breakaway with the Stanley Cup on his stick. Oh, man. Oh, and he hit the post. Winnipeg has hit the post in overtime. Gustafsson's going to thank his post later for sure. Oh, and a big stop there. Oh, my goodness. That was... Man, Winnipeg has been buzzing. They've been in our zone for like what seems to be like the past 5 minutes. We got to get this out. We got Brandstrom there in the rush. We got JVRs. We got a fourth line on the ice. Come on, Van Riemsdyk over to Lansdale Pozo, and he shoots it right in Jari's chest. That was a golden opportunity, but the good thing is you have face-off in their zone. Oh, and Stützle gets tripped. Is that gonna be? That is gonna be a penalty. We're gonna have a power play in overtime in game number 6. Grant over to Brady Tkachuk. He's gonna keep it in the corner. He's gonna get stopped. Winnipeg touches the puck, and ladies and gentlemen, we got a power play. The biggest power play in Ottawa Senators franchise history. This could be the biggest power play goal ever for this team. A power play goal. And we got the Stanley Cup. Nikolai Ehlers with a trip. We got Costin Norris JVRs. We do have a second unit, although they do have a pretty good shot. Let's see if it works out. Alright, Norris coming down on the Winnipeg Jets. He's alone. Loses the puck, but Chabot gets it back. Klim Kostin. Oh, and a big stop on JVR there by Tristan Jarry. Got Van Riemsdyk over to Norris, and he can't get a shot off. Corey Grant, oh my goodness, come on boys, you can't lose the puck. A minute and a half went by the power play. We only have 25% of the power play left. And we hadn't had too many shots. We got Brown over. Oh, and they score! The Ottawa Senators have won the Stanley Cup with an overtime goal. The Ottawa Senators with their second Stanley Cup in 5 years. Let's go. I'm not even sure who scored. It happened so fast. It was a one-timer up front. I believe it was an assistant captain, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna have to take a look at the replay, but in the overtime goal, at the tail end of the power play. The Ottawa Senators are once again Stanley Cup champions. What a dramatic way to win that Stanley Cup. That was incredible. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to look at a replay. It's probably just going to have to be at the end of the game. I'm honest with you guys. I see somebody in front wind up and fire it home. I didn't even have a chance to see the number, who it was. I'm going to have to take a look at that afterwards. Got a handshake line. And I love it that we won on home ice with those beautiful jerseys. And the Conn Smythe goes to Corey Grant. There you go. Had 12 goals, 22 points. What a playoff for the kid. Wow. He's been incredible for us, putting up 50 goals a year. And there it is. For the second time in 5 years, the Ottawa Senators are Stanley Cup champions. You'd love to see that win on home ice. That is fantastic. Look at those beautiful jerseys. We won that for the city of Ottawa. It's awesome to win on home ice. There is Thomas Chabot. Second time in his career going to be able to pick up that Stanley Cup. Ottawa Senators fans, time to party. And he's going to give it first to... And firstly, he's going to give it to Eric Brandstrom. How beautiful is that? His defensive partner, Eric Brandstrom and Thomas Chabot, together celebrating that Stanley Cup win. And then they give it to... Alright, Honka. So it looks like it's all the defensemen that are taking that Stanley Cup. So 3 defensemen already touched that Stanley Cup. And Julius Honka is going to go for a little ride with that Stanley Cup. Skate around the ice. There you go. You love to see it. What a beautiful sight. Beautiful jerseys. Winning on home ice. And then, of course, where would we be without the magnificent brilliance of Philip Gustafsson? He was absolutely outstanding. He made over 50 saves in one of those games where he lost in overtime. In this overtime, he stood on his head once again. Got the team picture there. We got Chabot with all the guys around him. That's awesome. You got the #1, second time in 5 years, Stanley Cup champs. So Nikolai Ehlers was the third star. He had a goal and an assist. We had 46 shots to their 36, so 10 shots more. And it was Tim Stützle. Looking at the replay, guys, that was actually Timmy Stützle who had the game-winning goal in overtime. So Tim Stützle gives the Stanley Cup to the Ottawa Senators. I mean, that's the second huge goal he had in his young career, because he had a big goal in the Stanley Cup Finals in the last time that we won. I'm actually going to take a look at that replay once again. Beautiful pass, and then Stützle wires it home. What an ending. What a series this has been. I mean, it's only been 6 years, but I was trying to go 10 or the next Stanley Cup that we win, so I may just end it here. I appreciate all you guys watching. Hopefully you had as much fun watching it as I had to make it. It was pretty cool to bring this young team, the Ottawa Senators, who has a lot of potential in real life, and just bringing them a lot of success. Couple of cups there. 4-2 win against the Winnipeg Jets in Stanley Cup Final. 4-1 series win against the Knights. And they went 7 against the Stars and 6 against the Blackhawks. We actually swept the President's Trophy winners in the Tampa Bay Lightning, which was pretty nuts. So I'm going to take a look at the individual awards here as well. So in Henderson, Silver Knights win the Calder Cup. But so unfortunately, we don't have a Calder Cup, but I'm happy with the Stanley Cup, obviously. So look at the draft lottery. The Bruins finished last and they picked first. So good for them. Let's take a look at retired players here. Evgeny Malkin, 655 goals, 1,559 points. Backstrom there. Stahl, Stamkos, Carlson, Ben Burns. So a lot of big names are retiring there. In terms of goaltending, Semyon Varlamov, Ranta, Reimer. There you go. All right, so I'm going to take a look at the awards here for the 2025-2026 season. Of course, he won the Stanley Cup. And in individual awards, Art Ross to Seguin. A Hart goes Patrick Laine. Liljegren wins to James Norris. Lady Byng to Seguin. Calder to Fair. Corey Grant with the Conn Smythe, Vezina to Vasilevsky, well deserved, William M. Jennings to Blackwood, Dylan with the Bill Masterton, Jack Adams to the Panthers coach, Barzal with the Selke, Ted Lindsay to Line 8, Maurice Rocket Richard to Gogolev. So it's funny how we didn't get any individual awards. We won the cup. Last year we didn't win the cup. We got a bunch of individual awards, but happy to end off this series on a high note. I may continue it without recording. So if you guys don't follow me already on Twitter and Instagram at the Canadian, so it's basically like my same spelling as my YouTube username, but with the in front. I will probably post the points. I'll probably post the results in the next few years. I want to go a few more years, but just not having I don't have as much time for content right now. I've been pretty busy, which is why it's been a while since I posted the last episode. So again, I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, have a great day.